Good Lord, I can't believe it is Tuesday. Can press the button and make things happen. Oh. If I were to tell you the typical story that I always try to tell you is how I slid in here sideways with 30 seconds to go, that would be a lie. It was 3 seconds to go. Literally just, I'm telling you, I got up super early this morning, so I was trying to get stuff done. And then I got behind, and then I fell asleep in my chair in my room, and then I got back up, and I ran down here trying to pull my pants up from around my ankles as I'm running, and it was just a cluster of trying to get things done and get things put together, just so that I could slide sideways in here, still dusting myself off as the cameras and lights came up and the microphones clicked to the on position, where I could say, welcome to the bottom of the glass. It's Tuesday, and right up there it says Tuesday, August 8th. So I'm going to start off by drinking this tea. Yes, I'm using an official Bottom of the Glass Nation BOTGN shot glass. Why? Because it's all I've got left. It's a true story. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So let me drink this. Let me take a swig of the apple cider that's next to me, and let me get going back down on the road here. And then we can all begin. Can we not? All right. Oh, man, does that settle me in? Oh. Wow, that was weird. You guys, we talked about this before, how sometimes a smell, a sound, a song can take you back. I've been drinking whiskey on and off for a long time, a lot of years. And so when I take a shot of whiskey, no specific memory should come to mind. There's hundreds and hundreds over the years. And I will tell you that it's going to sound stupid, a little bit personal. Maybe I shouldn't tell you this, but that whiskey just hit the back of my throat. And the flavor, as I drank it, I swallowed it, and some of it came up. I could smell it, just came up into my nostrils, and I smelled that whiskey. And for some reason, it took me back. I guess it was, well, I'm going to say 8 or 9 years ago now. We had a big barbecue in our backyard, 200 some people. We had dozens of big round tables, white tablecloths, candles in the middle, white chairs everywhere. It was dark at night. And we had a band that was playing out there, Highway Down. A lot of you know who they are, friends of ours. And they played one of my favorite songs, a song they wrote, just a particular song that I requested. They'd already played it once that night, and I asked them to play it again. And in front of all these people, I know 200 people isn't a huge crowd, but I remember grabbing my wife by the hand and walking her from the back of the crowd all the way to the front. And they're up on a stage. We had built a stage in the backyard, and lights and everything. So they're doing their thing. And I asked them to play that song again. And all 200 people, it was drinking, like you do. It was not like the early in the evening. It was later in the evening. And I slow danced with my wife in front of those 200 people in my backyard. And I got to tell you that at that moment, I don't think I could have been happier in my life. And we've had a lot of things go good and bad since that time. But that moment, I tell you, it just hit me again. I just took that one shot, and I felt like I was there. It was just that really warm, special feeling of a moment in time when if you could reach back and live that moment again, you would do it over and over. And I know we all have those. It's not just me. You folks probably have more of those than I do. But the ones that hit me like that, man, you almost want to press pause. Yeah, and I'm not talking about like VHS pause with all the wavy lines where it gets blue and purple. No. I'm talking about DVD pause when you could take a screenshot before there were screenshots. Yeah, that type. Oh, you know what it makes me want to do? It makes me want to drink again. I say, oh, if there's memories in here, I'd like to go get another one. Oh, if there's more memories down there. Hello? Memories? I'm going to go get one. I didn't know that was going to come out of me like that. I had no idea that memory was going to show up, but fuck it. If this bottle contains memories and I can go get a few, I'm going to buy some more of this shit. Sell memories by the shot glass. That's why shots of whiskey are so much money. The memories are expensive. Here's to another one to see what happens. Yeah. Give it the Yukon Cornelius. Nope. don't remember that time. All right, back to reality and on with the program. I can't help it. This shit just comes in my head. If you guys tune into this program and you don't want to follow me down whatever's going on up here, because there's lots of staircases and doors, they really don't lead anywhere. Would you ever notice that when you're done with one of these programs, it's like you spent the whole hour on a mental stairmaster? You didn't get anywhere and you feel kind of exhausted. Yes, that's what I live with every day. Welcome to my nightmare. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so who do we got in the sheets today? We got Trippy Pineapple working on, he's etching out the stones here. Let me get this a little closer to me so I can see. For those of you who don't know, for those of you new to the program, to my left, your right, I have another monitor. Trippy Pineapple is copying, pasting anything that you say that's important. He'll put it over here, and I'll get to it sooner or later, so please stick around. And don't leave, because if I'm telling a story up here, I can't read what's going on over there. And there's a difference, all right? So let me get to Trippy Pineapple in the sheets over here. He's working those stone tablets. Now, Trippy Pineapple's kind of one of your basic guys. You know, he doesn't understand the ways of the future. So Trippy's over there. You would think he would just copy paste. That guy is over there. He lives in Bedrock. He's one of the Flintstone family. He's like Bam Bam, and he's chiseling shit out. That's a lot of work for a guy like that. So, all right, let me see where we're at. Looking over between the sheets, where we start at the top and come back to the bottom. I am not copying and pasting. They put a link in here. It's a copy and paste link. It's like 17 lines long. And there better be some female persuasion on the other end for me if you're going to fill up my whole screen with a link and demand that I click it. Well, we'll see. Tabitha Ray, welcome to being an extra. Tabitha, thanks for joining up. I hope when she went by, you guys said something nice to her because I missed it. Everyone should have made her feel welcome. Werewolf 2004, gifted 5 Gen X Talks membership. Donna SpongeBob, who I despise everything about Donna SpongeBob because she lives in a place where she has the most beautiful drive to work, and I'm completely envious. I would say jealous, but I don't know that I deserve to be there. And there is a difference in the word. Gerald Martin got one, Valerie Walker got one, and Chipmunk Brandy got one, and I couldn't see who the last one was. Eric K got one. Those 5 people were gifted memberships. After the program's over, you can go to the YouTube community section and look there. All of the new stuff will appear. New stuff has come to light for you folks. You can go back 2 years now and scroll back and peek behind the curtain and see all the Gen X Talk stuff that's been going on. All right, Phipps. Yeah, Phipps is from Slaughterville, Oklahoma. Didn't we ban that name? You named your town Slaughterville. You could have picked anything else. If the guy's name was Slaughter, then call it John Slaughter's town. You know, call it, what you could have called it, just name it a different name. Liberty. That'd be a good name for a town in the Midwest. How about that? You couldn't have done that. Tornado Alley would have been better than what you named your town, but whatever. Elizabeth Rojas, member for 12 months. She's got her big red one. She's an extra. Dragon Slayer, so did the general turn into the White Rabbit? No. No rabbit holes this time. Bonnie and Clyde Miller, $2. General Gen X Mom, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing wonderful. My beautiful, lovely wife is sitting over here, not doing a damn thing. She's not between the sheets. I think she's commenting once in a while. She is on her leisure time this evening, so she can comment. She could leave the studio if she wanted to. There's not a damn thing I can do about it. Now, we know she's not going to leave the studio. I mean, there's a great magnetic pull the further away you get from this. Now, I can turn this down, ladies and gentlemen, but I can't turn it off. All right? And right now, to keep my wife here, I've turned it up to about 7. That should keep her. Every time she gets to the door, she just feels this pull. She comes right back in. Well, I've been doing that for years, so I don't mind turning it up a little bit for this occasion. All right. Let's see. Marvelous Miss Miranda. Hey, General, handsome. Oh, found my pants and I'm handsome. I think Marvelous Miss Miranda thinks I'm more handsome with pants than without. That's a common denominator around here. Jennifer Whitehead. Hello, handsome. That's 2. Good evening, General. Looking handsome. That's 3. And Krista Rose. Evening, handsome. That's 4. Once I'm called handsome 3 times, the night's 4. The show can begin. Well, of course. Now we can move on. All right. So, Trippy, let me bounce out of the sheets for a minute. Let me go over here. I wrote a book of lies today. You know I would. All right. I got to tell you 2 stories. I got to get this off my chest about my wife's dog. Now, for those of you that saw the video, did you guys see the video where her dog Ranger? Now, this is only for members. If you're a member in the community section, I guess a few days ago, the kid and I put together a video about this this wonderful. He's an asshole. This dog is like a mix of a small dingo and I don't know whatever dog would be the most asshole-ish dog there is. The problem is, to be fair, the dog is a lot like me. He's super handsome, so he gets away with all sorts of shit around here that other dogs, like me, would not get away with. He gets away with that shit beyond my capabilities. If he gets caught doing something, he just sits and looks at her like this. And he just sits at attention, and he's like, what? His ears don't even go back. His ears are just up like, Mom, what? And she caves every time. If there was a way, if my wife wore lipstick, which she normally doesn't wear hardly any makeup at all, she's just naturally beautiful. If she wore lipstick, this dog would be covered in lipstick prints because she can't help but just give him hugs and kisses all the time. It's annoying. All right. So if you saw the video, you get how sneaky this dog is because remember the grass seed was on the table and you could totally jump up from this side of the table and he goes around and wedges his in the hardest possible way to reach the grass seed. And he goes and I caught him on camera because he's been getting into stuff the last 3 or 4 months and the cameras don't catch who it is. And this time I got him and we caught him and it was on film and you guys saw the video. It was really funny at the end. Anyway, So this particular asshole-ish dog, when he's around me, if I'm carrying food, he looks like a cheetah or a leopard stalking prey. This is just a regular dumb little mid-sized dingo-looking dog, and his shoulders go back like this. And he's looking at me. He's like stalking me. Now, he never attacks me. He doesn't jump up and take food out of my hand. He doesn't do anything like that. But, boy, he's waiting for me to drop something. He must think I'm the messiest motherfucker in 3 counties because he stalks me when I walk. Now, today my wife had to take the kid to the orthodontist, which is another story. Remind me about that, and I'll tell you. And so she's getting ready to leave, and I'm hobbling my fat ass around the kitchen. I know I got a few phone calls to make, but I'm going to do them from my desk upstairs. So I nuke a couple pieces of pizza. I'm waiting for her to leave because I want to stack some more food on this paper plate. We got Krispy Kreme donuts. We got, yeah.
No tip jar.
Oh, no tip jar. Sorry about that. I do apologize. It's not on my mind to collect. I'm sorry, no tip jar. I know. Turn back on. Go there. Did it go? There it is. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. So she's getting ready to leave. She's walking out. The kid's already in the truck. She's walking out the door and I'm dragging my ass around the kitchen trying to stall while she leaves. So as soon as she goes out the front door, I load up my plate with pizza and donuts and all sorts of other shit you're not supposed to have. I crumbled up Fruity Pebbles on the whole thing, and I'm starting to walk up the stairs. I got my bottle of water in my one hand, and I got my plate of food. And the dog is walking side by side with me, stalking me, prowling. His shoulders are going back, and he's got that look. So I get to the stairs. He's up on the stairs. And as I'm coming up, he's backing up the stairs like 2 steps at a time, looking at me like, go ahead. Now, he won't jump up and take it. He will not. He won't grab it. He won't knock it out of my hand. He's cool like that. But if you drop something or you get something down into his range, that motherfucker is going to be gone with it. And I mean in a hurry. So I'm on the first 3 steps. I'm waddling my fat ass up the stairs, trying to balance myself and not lose any food. And my wife comes back in the door. You know, it's like she's got spider senses or something. She knows I'm fucking up. She's been doing this our whole marriage. She'll even call me sometimes and goes, my spiders or senses are tingling. What are you doing? Hadn't happened in a while, but she has the uncanny ability to show up when I'm in the most awkward positions ever. So I have no choice. She's going to open the door and look right at me. I can just see the door cracking open. I can hear the security door comes open. I got no choice. I set the plate down on the stairs and stood back up again. What else was I going to do? All I got is when she looks at me, I just got my water in my hand. Hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, you got your sunglass. Yeah, the sunglass right there. Now, I've got the corner of my eye. I'm looking at this fucking dog, and he's looking down like, okay, is this a test? Because you know I'm going to take that shit. I'm waiting for her to shut the door before I can reach down and grab that. As soon as that door closes, he made his move. He lunged at it, and I reached down with impeccable timing. I wish this was on camera where I could show you how great, because I fucking grabbed that dude by his beak. Pong! And he just knew. He's like, God damn it. I mean, his nose was touching one of the donuts when I stopped him. I said, no, 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 no. That's for Big Daddy. He's like, fuck. He knew when I grabbed him, he should have leaped sooner. He goes, God, he waited just a little too long because it was weird. It's like, almost like in his mind, he was like, he's testing me, isn't he? So I grabbed my food and I went back upstairs. That's the dog. I gave him a couple bites and everything like that. But yeah, that's the same asshole dog that did the grass seeds that stalks me when I walk. And it's just like, everyone, all the kids always say, well, why does Ranger always hang out near Dad? Why is your kid? And I'm like, because he loves me, because he recognizes greatness, because dogs can sense evil and stay away from evil. They sense good and they hang out near good. And when I'm done with my speech, my wife just leans over to the kid and goes, because Dad drops every piece of food he has. He's more messy than anybody, so that dog's smart and knows this guy's going to drop the food. This is where the food is. Whatever we're having for dinner tonight, follow this guy around. Wherever he's eating, there's going to be some on the floor. There's how that's her lie. I have my version of the truth, and she's got a lie. But that's what she tells the kids. So, real quick about the orthodontist. The kid's got to go to the orthodontist. Remember, a few years ago, at Dodger Stadium, he missed a fly ball, caught a tooth, broke his jaw, had some surgery. So he's got to have a few things done there. Some correction, braces to pull things back straight, because now he's grown in, his teeth have grown in, and they're kind of set. So now they're going to straighten some stuff out. And he does not want braces at all. He wants his teeth to be whiter. He wants to brush. He wants to floss. He wants some whitening stuff. He would like them to be, he does not want braces at all. So my wife is taking him. And this is a hugely expensive thing because we don't have insurance for braces. In fact, I don't think they even let people who live in trailer parks like we do have insurance like that. They figure, what do you need dental insurance for? You guys got 3 teeth, which we do. We got a full set between all 3 of us, so that's good. So she's getting ready to take him, and I said, I don't want you to talk. He doesn't want the braces. I said, just let the dentist talk to him. I brought the kid in. I said, they're going to go there. The guy's going to tell you need braces. Here's what you need. He's going to give you all these pictures and scare you into wanting braces. If you want the braces, we'll figure out a way to pay for the braces. If you don't want the braces, just say so. But don't be influenced by the dentist. Just, he's going to try to sell them to you. He goes, okay. So he doesn't want braces. So I tell my wife, I go, I don't want you manipulating the situation. I don't want you talking to him all the way to the orthodontist and all the way home. You really should get braces. You really should get braces. You really need to get braces. I said, don't do that to him. Just shut up and leave him alone. We all know your opinion. You want him to have braces. We all know his opinion. He doesn't want them. Let him make some decisions. He's almost 18 on what he sees when he gets there. So instead of her complying with my wishes, she could say, okay, I'll just leave it alone. I won't say anything. She says, if you don't want me to say shit during this trip, you drive him. I said, I don't want to go to the orthodontist and sit there for 2 hours. I want you to go. I just want you to shut up. I don't want you to say anything. So she really never agrees. So the whole thing does, and I'm running outside, come home and everybody's done, and I'm running out here, and she catches me at the door, running out to the studio, and she says, so do you want to know what happened? I said, yeah, but real quick, just give me the condensed version. I don't want to hear the whole story on, what kind of glasses the secretary had and shit, and what her purse looked like. Just tell me the end result. She goes, well, you obviously know he needs braces, so I just pulled my mom card, and I just told him, I'm just going to make this decision for you. You're getting them. I said, that is exactly the opposite of what I told you to do. I told you don't even discuss it with him. I certainly didn't want you just making a decision, because when you tell him he's getting braces, you're telling me I'm getting him braces. You're just making this whole decision out all at once. You can't do that. Of course, she got her little feelings hurt and she tromped off and she was mad at me. So guess who ain't getting any badonkadonk for a while? This guy. Anyway, so I wandered my fat ass out to the studio. I closed the door. The kid's here. He's got one headphone on doing stuff. I said, hey, how'd the dentist go? He goes, well, Mom says I have to get him, but I don't want him. I said, okay, did you tell Mom you didn't want him? He goes, well, she just said I don't get to say so anymore. And I really don't want him. He goes, they even have the invisible ones. Not Invisalign, it was something else. He goes, but I just don't want to do it. And I said, well, then don't do it. I said, I don't care one way or the other. If you want to do it, we'll figure it out. If you don't want to do it, don't. But it's up to you. He goes, I don't want to do it. I said, well, did you tell Mom? He goes, have you ever tried to tell Mom that you don't want something when she's in your face going, you're doing this? I said, fair point. He says, so he puts it on me. He goes, just tell her I don't want to do it. And I go, okay, so no more badonkadonk for a week once I get through with this conversation. Anyway, so that's how the whole, so not only was I head to head with the dog going up the stairs and then had to deal with my wife when I come home, she did exactly 180%, 180 degrees of what I told her. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And she looked at me and went, not only am I going to, I'm going to find a way to do it double. And she did. So anyway, you guys wonder why I drink. There's reasons like this is why I drink. Because my wife doesn't listen to what I tell her. She smiles. She hears me. She nods her head. She walks out the door pretending everything's going to be okay. And then she does whatever the fuck she wants to. I think she listened to Bobby Brown a little bit too much in the late 80s and early 90s and took things to heart. It's supposed to be a guy terminology, but she's taken it to heart on hers. I guess everything is her prerogative. I took Bobby Brown's sentence for me, and it was for women. She took it to heart because everything is her prerogative. She wants to change her mind, that's her prerogative. She wants to go against what I'm saying, that's her prerogative. And today, guess what? She exercised. I'm not going to say the word again. You already know. But this is two women who do not listen, who do not comply, who do not take their husband's words seriously. This is the drink, all men drink to women who do what they damn well please because they know we're still going to love and worship them. And I hate that about us. I really do. All right. So where was I? That stuff. Let me go in here into the, let me get some pictures of it here. And the wall. No, the line. Do you guys know about this? This has been out for about a year now, and I've been paying attention to it. Over in Saudi Arabia, they're building a city that's 110 miles long and like 1/10 of a mile wide. And it's going to look like this. They're digging this city. It's a city that's going to have like 500,000 people in it, and it's 110 miles long. It's a 1/10 of a mile wide. It's got it's self-sustaining mostly because of wind and sun, and they're digging this thing. They're going to put this thing in there. And it's huge, tall. You know, it's hundreds of feet tall, and they're building it right now. They're building this wall. It's called the Line, and they're going to build this. I don't know who's going to live in this thing. I mean, are their cities so overcrowded they got to go there, or is everyone from all the other parts just going to move here and they're going to just plant? They're going to pump water and plant food everywhere. It could be, but this is like some weird self-sustaining. I started reading about it. I guess it was about a year ago, and they have pictures of this thing being built. I think I got one of them here for you. Let me see here. Yeah, look at this. Look at this picture. The part on the right is a rendering of what it's going to look like, obviously. Parts of it. It's this big wall, two big walls on both sides with cities. Then they're going to enclose it with this glass structure. Look at on the left. They're cutting this thing right now. They're cutting this thing in the ground. They're building the foundation. They're getting the plumbing and the sewer and all the stuff. They're doing it. They're doing this whole thing. And it's just like, $46 billion to make this thing go. And I don't even understand what the point of it is. I don't understand. I mean, it's just because you can, I guess, because they got a ton of money from oil and yeah, I guess. I'm just telling you, this is going to be one of the most, I might get on a plane to go see this when it's done, because I'll be 107 and so I'd like to travel around and go see some stuff when I'm 107. At that point, I don't care if I die in a plane crash. I'm going to die from something at 107 anyway. But they're building that thing, and it's pretty fucking cool looking. I got to admit, I mean, I don't get all of it. I don't get who's going to live there and how this is all going to work. But the pictures inside, they got these electric trains, these monorails, these gravity trains going. You can go from one end to the other in like 20 minutes. It's really impressive. It looks like the ultimate Disneyland ride. When we were kids, we went to Tomorrowland. They had all the futuristic stuff. That's the feeling I get from this. It's kind of cool. If you haven't heard about it, it's been out for a long time now, but go see some of the renderings of what they're doing inside, some of the drafts of what they want to do with this thing. and they're doing it. They're building this thing. It's in a weird spot, too. I'm not too happy with the weird spot. But anyway, just so you guys know. I was pretty sure that my sister-in-law made the news. I was scrolling through the news, and there was some stuff on there. And you bump news article. And then I came across one just a picture with a blurb. They want you to click on the blurb and look in the headline and see what it is. And this isn't my sister-in-law that is married to the Sun Valley Fox. No. No, she's wonderful and beautiful. The only thing I do is I question her judgment on who she married. Well, like all of us do. No, this is my other sister-in-law who's dingy in San Diego. I was pretty sure this article was about her. Because I heard recently, because she's older, I heard that they took away her broom, and I know that she usually lands this thing right in their upstairs bedroom down there in San Diego. And so when she got her car, I just figured she was having a late night drinking, got confused, wasn't on her broom anymore. Whoosh. Turns out it wasn't her. So I didn't have to, I was ready to call people and say, does anybody know if she's okay? I should have called down there to my brother-in-law and said, hey, is your wife okay? And then send him the picture. This is her, right? You took away her broom. Is she okay? Oh, it's not her? All right, it's just what I should have done. I didn't. Hey, you know how many guys just copied and pasted this screenshot right now? They took a screenshot of this because they're going to send it to contributing to the problems of society. All right. Yeah, and then they found they found this, which I thought was fascinating. This just came out. It was in Europe, and like an arrowhead, 3,000-year-old arrowhead, and it was made out of a meteorite. So some Indian, and I say Indian because I have no idea what to call somebody with an arrowhead from 3,000 years ago. I'm just dumb. So I'm going to say some European Indian, which makes no sense at all. So he stumbles across this rock. He's like, this is a pretty bitchin' rock, and carves out an arrowhead. And look how long it's lasted. So well done. Well done to that guy who made that arrowhead. And you're fucking Europeans. It's probably the French. What's the first thing they do to this artifact, this wonder of human engineering from 3,000 years ago? They fucking wrote on it. It's like the first thing this guy did. He's, let's catalog this. You couldn't have written it on a piece of paper next to it. You had to write right on the fucking arrowhead, 7396. What the fuck, man? I mean, I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. Okay, I use three-syllable words and everything. I'm not the smartest guy you're ever going to run into. I would have never drawn with a whiteout pen on a fucking 3,000-year-old meteorite arrowhead. And some fucker drew on it. The first thing, here, label this shit and put it over here, Phil. Now take a picture. Phil had to be going, what the fuck did you just do to the arrowhead, asshole? God. French. I know that's what it was. I'm convinced. I didn't click on the article. I'm just telling you. So this one was drunk, and it was my fault. And I'm just going to put the article up there while I pour myself another. This was my fault. Okay? Now, everybody read it real quick. You all read what it said. You read the headline real quick, didn't you? I did. And I was drinking when I copied this. I swear I read it and said handcuffed new ambulances. Hey, raise your hand if you read the word handcuffed, like handcuffed. I read handcuffed. I thought, and I got pissed. I'm like, God, read the article. I'm doing something that popped up on my screen. I glanced, handcuffed new ambulances, because they're always talking about, we're going to give you the medicine you need. We're going to strap you in. If you need medicine, we're giving it to you. If we're going to save your life, we're doing it our way. You don't have any rights as an unconscious person to make decisions. So we, the government, will make it for. That's what they're saying all the time. I thought it said, when I glanced, I thought it said handcuffed. I was pissed. I'm starting to bang away on my keyboard to tell you fine folks about how wrong this was. I got about 6 sentences in and I went, oh, handcrafted. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, that was a mistake. Apologies to whoever's building these wonderful handcrafted new ambulances. Now, the only vehicle I've ever known to be handcrafted in my life, other than homemade projects, was Rolls-Royce. So I'm thinking maybe that down the road, Rolls-Royce had decided to have an ambulance division. I'd like to ride in that one, please and thank you. Tell my insurance company, pay for that, killer. All right. Hold on. Calm your ticks and dits. Here we go. Let's go back to here. I'm behind in the sheets. I'm going to get yelled at from Trippy Pineapple. Bonnie and Clyde, will the band be at the barbecue? They will not. We tried to hire every band we could, turned down. We tried to hire local singles, turned down. We even went to bands that were broke up, not together. We offered them thousands of dollars to come back together for one night, wouldn't do it. We went to YouTube people that just lip sync like Milli Vanilli to come out and lip sync a radio station, wouldn't do it. Nobody wanted to show up. So at the very end, I turned to our very own Josh Maddox. After I had exhausted every other possibility, I tried every other avenue, I went to Josh and said, hey, Josh, before I ask anyone else, buddy, you're my first choice. What do you think about grabbing your guitar and flying out here from Jersey and kind of walking around the yard strumming your guitar as you go? I said, now, if you can tell me yes or no, then I'm going to go ask some people. But right now, it's you, my man. He said he'd do it. Did you get the transition there on where I started and where we ended up? Good. Glad you're coming along. All right. Josh Maddox is on staff here right now. He's going, but he's a millennial. He's got one tear coming out. Josh, we love you. I'll give you a big old bear hug when you get here. I'm just fucking with you. All right. No, Bonnie Clyde will not be here. Deanna, the Moonwraith. Hey, where can I get a Highway Downs music? I've looked and I can't seem to find them anywhere because they don't exist anymore. My wife actually has a whole trunk full of their CDs that no one bought. So if you want one, I think she'll sell you one for $5. But once they're gone, they're gone. And they were a great band. There's a lot of great tunes on there. And the song Here and Now, if you guys listen to the podcast, you guys listen to the audio podcast that we do, the intro music and the exit music is Highway Down. Yeah. And you guys all love that music. You should hear the songs in between. Yeah.
If they want one, they can email me.
My wife just interrupted the program, even though she's not a trained broadcast professional, and said, if you want a CD, GenXMom at GenXTalks.com, GenXMom at GenXTalks.com. Email her, tell her you're interested. She can sell you one for a couple bucks in shipping. It's worth it. And then when they're gone, they're gone. I kept like a stack of 10 for myself, because I figured I'd break them over the years, but I'm not, but that's it. And they're good guys. I might even be able to get one of them to come out for the barbecue, come to think of it, if I ask, maybe a couple of them. Tommy John NFC, Chasing the Memories at the Bottom of the Glass. Sounds like an old country song. That's brilliant, man. Yeah, Chasing the Memories at the Bottom of the Glass. The deeper you go to the bottom of the glass, the more memories you find. Well done, young man. Well done. Kristen Hartman, General, I think that was a sweet memory and a romantic moment. You're a good man, and I might add that all women wish for a guy that would treat her that way. Good on you. Well, thank you. I don't think that'll help me unless I write it down for contract negotiations next April, but I'm going to hang on to that. I'm going to bring this up. So Kristen says I'm good. Look right here. Kristen said I was good. He's back. It's August 8th. She said I was good. So I'll remember that. Thank you. Heather B., welcome to being an extra. I didn't catch it when Heather's name went by. Please make sure you guys said thank you. Welcome. Shoeless One gifted 5 memberships. Kristen Hartman, Frank Blee, who's back again, Dude, Stony B Gaming, and Freedom of Truth. You guys can now look in the comment or look in the community section, peek behind the curtain. There's a lot of stuff you couldn't see before, but now you can that you're a member. Members only stuff. Elizabeth Rojas, Handsome General. Does the studio still have the new studio smell? Yes, it does. It absolutely smells like a new studio. I like that. New car smell. Katie May, you crack me up when you say Between the Sheets reminds me of an 80s song. Well, good. PayPal, $50 from Mrs. Four, meat fun for the barbecue. And she's not talking about she's not talking about $50 for the meat fun for the barbecue. She's not talking about hiring the Australian men from down under, Thunder from down under, to dance around the barbecue. Not that kind of meat. No. This is other kind of meat. Good kind of meat. That's not good kind of meat. Is your dog shitting out patches of grass yet? Almost. His shit is green. I think it grows inside of him and then boom. Turns out his shit comes out furry and green. Ooh, shouldn't have said that on the air. Nice Star Wars photo behind you, General. Nice Star Wars. Oh yeah, that's me. They're over here. That's actually me and Gen X Mom. Went down to one of those things and they photoshopped it. Hers is kind of dorky looking. Mine looks fucking badass because that's my face and mostly my hair and goatee. Yeah, like Obi-Wan. That's me. For sure. No. Good. That's me. Good thing. Nice pull on that you got that, Disney kid. Dragon Slayer, how's the tooth? I'm okay today. My tooth for today is in remission. And we can all say thank you to the Lord for that. And we do. Disney Mama Sammy Joe gifted one Gen X Talks member. Taz got that one. Coyote Adventure, the general, you need to go to the orthodontist. Well, no shit, Coyote Adventure. Tell me something I don't know, genius. Jesus Christ. Mrs. Fort Watton dropped in $5, turned a whole screen teal. Speaking of the dentist, did you make an appointment? Yeah, I was trying to, then I had to go out there, but then I came back in and picked up the phone, and when I was looking, so then the kid went to his orthodontist today, and so now I'm here. Hope that answers your question. Cactus J, they have been working on it for 2 years already. He's talking about the line, talking about the city. Good stuff, man. Taz, they better learn to love their neighbors. Yeah, you don't have a backyard, not many backyard barbecues in the line when they build that city, 110 miles. No. Mr. Flibble gifted one Gen X Talks membership. Ashley got it. Wait a minute. Ashley on staff was gifted a membership. That means she didn't have a membership. Wow. Ashley, your performance review is coming up here shortly. Duly noted. You were on staff with no membership. Wow. I got to say, I'm a little disappointed, Ash. We'll talk about that later. Mr. Flibble gifted 5 other membership. Losing Hope, Jessica Ferry, Dylan Kuntz, General Foodie, and E. You guys all got memberships. You're now part of the club. Dom and Channel, $4.99. I'm late, but was in the shop longer than normal, but got my whiskey ready to solve the mysteries of the universe. Cheers to you, General. Dom and Channel, you're 4 behind, buddy. You're 4 behind. Drink them up. Let's go. Drink them up. Let's go. Disney Kid, is Gen X Mom in the pick glass tonight? Oh, you guys were asking about the $2 whore. No one recognized who the $2 whore was tonight. You guys need to tell me who the $2 whore was. So drop a couple things in there. Drop some $2 in there. It'll mix things up. And when the picture comes around, take a close look. Snap a screenshot. Look real close. Enlarge it. You tell me who the $2 whore is tonight. And if anyone was deserving to be the $2 whore, it is the person who is the $2 whore tonight. I don't think we've ever deserved a $2 whore more than who we got. All right, I'm done between the sheets. That means I can go play. Once I'm done between the sheets, I can get back to what I was talking about. All right. So, yeah, boy, I'll tell you what, you guys know the audio podcast that we get. You know who I'm surprised doesn't listen to the audio podcast is the Sun Valley Fox's wife. Because she drives, they have an estate out on some property, out on some land. So even to go into town takes them a little while. You would think that she would need something for her driving, a little driving time. You would think that my sister-in-law, who professes to love me to death, which I don't think so, you think she would listen to that. And if she did, she would hear some very wonderful stories. But the thing you guys have been impressing me with, you guys send me emails, and it's almost mandatory now. I've been telling like a mechanic story from when I was dealership mechanic for all those years. And I was getting, just one story, and then we'd move on to the rest of the podcast. And then all of a sudden people are like, you didn't tell a mechanic story this week. I listened to the podcast twice. I didn't miss it. You didn't say it. Like, what? I wasn't committed to telling a story each, but I can if you want. Oh, that's got to be a thing now. They've got to have a mechanics corner on there about stuff. And I'm not answering any questions, just telling you a humorous story about things that went on. Brad Baker became a member. Oh, that's just a gloopy gloop green guy. Thank you for becoming a member, but we didn't get to see the $2 whore. So I will tell you one thing I want you guys to be aware of. If you guys switch mechanics, there's one rule to remember. This is important. Don't leave one shop, because you do. People switch mechanics, not often, but they do. Don't show up at the new shop you're going to try. Don't show up at the new mechanic and say this, because this happens so often. When I had a shop, they'd come and say, all right, I literally just spent $4,000 at that other place. That's all the money I had. The problem didn't get fixed. I'm mad, I'm angry, and I'm here. I have no money left, and I want you to fix the problem that guy couldn't. Now, for years, I would just be in awe and upset inside. And, well, sir, we can help you out here. Let's write down what exactly is the problem. Blah, 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 blah. In my older years of being a mechanic and a shop owner, I would stop the guy when he's done. I say, okay, hold on. Let me see if I got this right. You took it to that guy who's a dipshit shop. I could have told you that before you went there. You went to the wrong guy. You spent $4,000. So he's got your money. You didn't get your money back. He's got your money. You come to me, you're angry, your car's broken, and you're upset. You're pissed. Oh, I can't tell you how happy I am you showed up here today. Thank you for showing up with your broken car and no money and full of anger at not even me. But boy, am I now under the microscope because that mechanic screwed you over. So you're going to watch everything I do. Oh, thank God you're here. And people do that. I hope none of you have done that. You could have done that. It's a natural reaction, but don't show up at the next shop acting that way. I know you want to because you've already yelled at that guy and got nowhere. So you're going to show up at a new shop and go, I will not be taken advantage of this time. I'm going to let this guy know right now. I'm like, oh, fuck. Why don't you go across the street? I got a guy good shop right across the street, good guy. I've done that before. We had Bob, I won't tell you his last name. Bob was about 10 years older than me. We worked across the street from each other for 15 years or so. Great guy, great mechanic, good person. And every now and then we would send someone over like, you know what? This angry person would come in. I said, you know what? I'd love to take you. I'm just really super busy. And I can't do it right now, but I'll tell you what, Bob's right across the street. You go tell him the story you just told me, and you let him know I sent you over there because he'll take care of you. So, like an hour and a half later, Bob would come over to my shop and go, you asshole, you sent that motherfucker over there. He ain't got no more money. He's mad. His car's broken. We do that to each other once in a while. He did it to me my own fair share of times. I was on the receiving end of that. But yeah, so just so you know, the audio podcast is up. It drops every Friday at midnight. A lot of people like to listen to it on their way to work and then have one headphone in while they're doing their job or something. We do make it light and entertaining. This is the only place where my wife kicks the shit out of me for an hour straight, and I have to take it. Those are the rules. I signed a contract. Yeah, I get a free lunch every time I do a podcast, and so do I look like I miss many meals to you? No, I don't. So that's why I'd agree to do it. All right, so jumping over here between the sheets, see if there's anything I did miss or did not miss. And Brad Baker, member for 13 months, KGXT Studios member. 13 months is the best bar ever. Just rolled into the yard on two wheels, sliding sideways with 24 seconds left on my 14-hour logbook day, listening to the knowledge from the bottom of the glass on my drive home. Brad, thank you, man, for showing up. Thank you for all you've done for the program and all your contributions. We love you, man. And if you guys see somebody in the comment section with a big red 1 by their name, they've been a member for a year. They've put in their time. Tim Mitchell, member for 9 months. He's an extra stopping by. Thank you, Tim, for hanging out this long. Disney Kid, $10 general here for your barbecue drinking fund. You rock, sir, from Cali Cat and me. This is the best bar ever. It is kind of like a bar. We're just talking here. We're just telling stories. You guys are writing stuff down. I'm reading it. I'm responding to it. I'm saying some stuff. You guys, and we're drinking. I know it's not like a real bar. This is not Cheers. I'm not Norm. I don't have a place at the end of the bar. I got it. But it's kind of like a place where we can all hang out. And I watch the comment section before the show begins. During the 6-minute intro, I watch all of you guys know each other's names. All of you do. All of you guys know who the moderators are by name. You know each other's by name. It's just like in Discord. Gen X Talks has it's a chat room. I go in there and I look at what you guys are saying. You guys are interested in each other. Did you get that job? How's your kids? You know, did you get your car fixed? It's beyond just talking about politics and religion and YouTube and conspiracy theories and all this stuff. There's a ton of rooms for all those things. But the main chat room, you guys really know each other. You guys really do. It's a great feeling. It's a great family, and it's a great bar to be part of. And thank you for letting me be part of one of the best bars ever. Nana A, member for 9 months, KGXT Studios. This is my weekly entertainment by choice. Much love to y'all, Gen X Talks. Well, Nana, thanks for hanging out. If we get one night a week and you choose us, we're blessed. Thank you because you didn't have to, but you did. Thank you so much for doing that. We appreciate you. All right, who else got some? There's some memberships in here. The guy, no, let's see. That guy. General, what do you think about Obama getting hit with F. Joe Biden chants at rallies? They're going to get it all the time now. Everything is going to ramp up from now till elections. There's going to be all sorts of stuff that comes out. Whatever you're seeing right now, you're going to see it on steroids as time goes by. The main goal is for, whoa, who dropped that in? Somebody dropped in and just cleared the whole jar. And you look at all, okay, you know, I'm a little upset right now. That had been Cali Cat with $21 for the barbecue, wine, drinking fun. Gen X mom will need it. Yes, she probably will. Although Mary Mathis, who's in the comment section most nights, Mary Mathis is an old high school friend of ours. She's coming out. She's going to spend a couple days here. She's going to make it as easy on Gen X Mom as she can. A lot of stuff when Gen X Mom's pain takes her in and out, she's going to be there. So that'll be good. But Cali Cat dropped that whole thing in there. But Callie, look at all of Mrs. Fort Watten's perfectly ass-shaped peaches. There's a lot of work in those. You guys see the peaches that are in there? You guys do in the jar, right? You know that in this jar right over here, these peaches, they look like asses. And there's a reason for that. Mrs. Fort Watten, who's been on staff here for a while now, been a part of the program since the beginning for almost 3 years. Those are an exact molded plaster casting of her backside. And we had that professionally done and flown across the country in a zero case. If you don't know what a zero case, please leave the program. Come back when you grow up. And in a zero case, and when we got it, we had a rendering done so we could put these things in the jar just for Gen X Talks. This is a perfect rendering of Mrs. Fort Watten's ass-shaped peaches. And that's why it's in there. You get enough of those things in there, it looks like a Roman orgy. Yeah, I've seen pictures. I'm a history buff. So, Callie, you just came in there with your 3 diamonds and blew everything out. Way to go. I was rather enjoying looking at that jar. Now I got to stare at your 3 diamonds. Not that I don't appreciate it, Callie, but that's bullshit. You guys wonder why I drink. I wish that whole thing was filled up. All right. So my wife is clicking her fingers at me and pointing. This is how she yells at the dog, too. All right, so speaking of Mrs. Fort Watten's lovely, perfect ass-shaped peaches, which, I was going to make up a lie right there about seeing her ass-shaped peaches, and I haven't yet. Emphasis on the word yet. I'm drinking to Mrs. Fort and all the shit that I give her and the things that she puts up with. I tell you, she is the bookkeeper around here. She is the greeter. She is one of a kind, lovely, classy, ever-present. Mrs. Fort, this one's for you. Everyone who wants to wish one to you, Mrs. Fort, we're going to give it to you right now. Anybody raises the glass, this one's for you, sweetheart. Speaking of Mrs. Fort, now you saw the things going in the jar, her ass-shaped peaches, okay? Focus on this. Look at that Mrs. Fort Watten's ass-shaped peach etched in the glass. We put the black inside so it'll be easier to see. And on the other side, this is the new design. This is what's up on the website right now. And it says, Mrs. Fort's perfect ass. See the top line? Mrs. Fort's perfect ass. Then if you read in parentheses, shaped peaches, 2023. So there's one thing missing on this jar. We'll have to update it, but that's the gist of it. It doesn't say Gen X Talks anywhere on it. But for you guys that know what it is, this is the jar that's up there. This matches exactly the jar that the General's 9 inches that went up last year. And so if you go to the website, I'm only selling these for about another 10 days. And then I'm going to run out. So if you guys want one, I'm telling you right now, they're not for everyone. They're super fucking expensive, but they're absolutely beautiful. They're heavy, heavy, heavy steins. They're not the little. They're not the ones. You go to a bar and you say you blow the froth off a few of the big steins they got. They're 7 inches. Those are big. Those are a big pint. This is bigger. This is one of the biggest ones I've ever seen that you can buy in a set or a bunch of, not just a one-off that someone made. No. These are just a production glass that we make. We do the etching ourselves. And she does it here. If you guys, I don't know if anybody's putting up the link, but it's at the genxtalks.com store. Just go to genxtalks.com/store. Click the little button that says store. You might have to scroll around, but she's got some new pictures of the new one up there. And once they're gone, they're gone. Please don't email me after they're gone and go, well, I was waiting for my refund check to come in. I was hoping that I could cash in my aluminum cans. Go cash them in and mow some lawns right now if you want one. Because they're fucking heavy and their shipping is insane on them. I'm sorry. These aren't for everybody. These are a collector's item. We're not selling them all year long. Yes, Gen X Mom. All right, so while we're whoring ourselves out for stuff that we're selling, all right. She's yelling at me, don't open it up. Okay, I want to hold this up one time for like 5 seconds. Okay? I don't even know what we're doing this for. She's been bugging me about this for a month, but she finally did it. So let me try to show you what this is. See how it says Gen X Talks on it right there? I'll get out of the way. It's a bag. See how I got it? It's like a cloth bag. It's got handles on it and everything, and it says Gen X Talks. This is a mystery bag. Okay? This mystery bag has stuff in it. She says it's got like valuable stuff in it. There's even some glass in here that is a limited edition, rare, numbered, lettered, something we used to have that she dug up 5 of. There are 5 of these for sale. That's it. If you go to the website right now, there's 5. There's only going to be 5. There's never going to be any more of these. These are this 5, this set, whatever's in here is all full of Gen X Talk stuff and one rare item. She says it's worth $130 for sure. I said, okay, well, whatever you're going to do with them. So she put them up on the website. There's 5. That's it. There's not going to be any more. There's some stuff in there that's one of a kind. If you get it, you get it. There's 5. I'm not even sure why she's doing this. I think she's drumming up money for stuff for the barbecue because I put her on a budget for the barbecue, although I got to add $50 to it now. Yeah. So go look it up on the website, and it's in the store. There's 5 of them. We're only selling 5. That's it. Then she can do one another 6 months or something, or next year she can do them. But for right now, there's 5. I know that's not very many because there's a lot of people that go to the website. But if you want it, you want to see what's in it, you want to contribute to the fund for the barbecue and stuff that she's building money for, then go buy one of those. Then you can. Now there's 5. She'll let me know if they sell out, but there's 5. Did I mention how many there were? There's 5. All right. So now that I'm done whoring myself out for my wife and the website, let me go back in here. Yeah. So another thing that has been, well, let's see, done. Let me see. Yeah. I've been watching Suits. I loved Mad Men, and Suits, the on Netflix. Suits is like Mad Men, but with attorneys. And I love it. I'm binge watching 8 seasons. And as I'm watching this, Meghan Markle plotting next role in politics, not Hollywood. Wait a minute. Not Hollywood? I didn't know she was in Hollywood. And then I realized Meghan Markle is one of the main characters on the show Suits. And I like her character, except every episode she cries. Every episode she gets the teary eyes. She's like, oh my God. And they kind of overuse that angle with her. But I didn't know that she was like royalty. I didn't know that. And then my wife walks in and I'm watching Suits again. And she says, is that Meghan Markle? I said, yeah. I'm all excited going, yeah. It was, I think this was before she got married, and it's because she was an actress. And all she says, my wife goes, well, I don't like her. Why don't you like Meghan Markle? What'd she ever do to you? Well, she's kind of a troublemaker. I go, what? Well, she disrupts things in the royal family. I go, all the married-in women do that. Every chick that's come along has messed with the royal family in their own way. Who gives a shit? Tried to spoil my watching Suits, but I'm telling you, if you guys liked Mad Men, and I loved Mad Men, I bought the whole series so I could watch it whenever I want. Suits is close. It's very close. I love they didn't take a full season building their character. You guys want to watch something? If you liked Mad Men, you're gonna like Suits. It's not as good as Mad Men, but it's very close. All right, where was I? Handcuffed ambulance. We did that one already. Yeah, we're gonna file this under. Told you I was blowing through some articles, looking at some headlines. How to flush a toilet properly, an easy tutorial. Notice this is a video. How to flush a toilet properly, an easy tutorial. I should have clicked on it to see how many views it had. Because that's like me saying, hey, we're going to explore the fascinating world of how to operate a doorknob. How to open a door in 2 easy steps. I'm just telling you, I didn't click. We're going to file this under shit I did not click on. I did not click on this. I have no fucking idea what this thing was. What a goddamn waste of time. This shit like this is what makes old people like me shake my head at the internet and go, what the fuck, man? Someone took time to make a video on flushing a toilet. That's more impressive if somebody in some third world country didn't have a toilet and they get a toilet for the first time and you made a tutorial for them so they know how to flush their brand new toilet that no one's ever seen before. But then I question how they got internet and got to YouTube to watch your tutorial. Anybody that has access to the internet already knows how to flush a toilet. All right, I'm getting carried away. I'm going to have to drink again. I'm going to have a drink any second now. Oh, and you got to love CNN. This was on their main page. I scroll through their main page. Arrest warrants issued for 3 men in massive fight at Montgomery Riverfront dock. Notice it's all white people. Do you think they'd ever put up just a regular, blind, average article where 5 or 8 or 10 black people were just fist fighting over something? Could have been anything. Could have been nothing. There's just people just put on their main page. Well, we don't want to seem racist anymore. All right. Well, here we go. So I'm back. Stand by. My wife has her hand up. Yes, honey.
Mystery bags sold out. Gone.
Mystery bags are sold out. All 5 are gone. If you're looking for them, they're off the website or they won't be available. So please quit clicking the button. Thank you for buying them, though. That'll make my wife happy. Thank you for doing that. She's already got them packaged together. She's already got all 5 ready. They're ready to be shipped. I'm just telling you that was it. There was 5. So thank you for doing that for her. Helps out a ton. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. I'm not sure about this one. Do you guys? I'm gonna. Mrs. Four. This is for you and I to have a talk with. Mrs. Four, you paying attention? You still there, sweetheart? I got to talk to you for a minute. This is important. Stumbled across this, and I want it. Now, there's a bunch of different reasons I want it. I'd like to stroll into my bedroom wearing just this and a gun holster and nothing more. Have that look on my face. You know what I mean? Maybe just the poncho strewn over my shoulder. The music playing in the background. Remember that? Mrs. Four, would this hat make me more attractive or less attractive? I know you have to take the beard into consideration, but I'm going to wait for an answer, Mrs. Four. I want this hat in 7 3/4. High Plains Drifter replica hat. Yeah. I'm just saying, Mrs. Four, little cigar in your mouth. Yeah, that's right. She knows what I'm talking about. She gets that. The General's OnlyFans page. Wouldn't that be funny? Yeah. That hat would make anyone more attractive. Well, then I'm going to group myself in the anyone category, Mrs. Four. The General's OnlyFans page. You know, when Gen X Mom had her OnlyFans page, people were at the screen drooling. If I had an OnlyFans page, people would be sitting on a couch like 12 at a time eating popcorn going, hey, look at this guy. Totally different viewership there, as far as you know. Oh, it's a story. All right. This one, I got to say, I was a little upset at. This one was part of a test, and it said, are you a cat or a dog? And after you answer these questions about ice cream, we can tell you what kind of a cat or dog. This is the truth. I just cut out the wording on the bottom because it didn't quite fit the screen. But it basically said, take the test and find out what kind of a cat you are or what kind of a dog you are. That's why there's only 2 choices up here, cat and dog. There wasn't gorilla, there wasn't alligator. It didn't say what kind of animal you are. It was just cat and dog. And you had to go through these choices of ice creams and toppings and sprinkles and mixes, and they had some algorithm at the very end, which is nothing more than a crapshoot of dice late in the night on a table in Vegas downtown. And it went through this thing and tell you what you were. So this should have been a toilet moment for me. This should have been a toilet flushing video, and I should have just skipped it. I should have said, this is fucking dumb, and I should have walked away. No. I got suckered in. And I'm going to drink this as soon as I won't bore you with all the shit that happened in there. But at the end of it, I want to show you what choice they. I'm going to click on the next picture. This was their answer. This was my result. And I couldn't be more displeased. I'm thinking, first of all, no matter what, dog. For sure, dog. And you got to be, all right, a German Shepherd, Doberman Pinscher, maybe a Bulldog. So I got a big old fat Bulldog head. Any of these choices, and I'm picking the stuff honestly. I'm answering honestly. I wasn't trying to shave my bets in one direction. Ready? This is what they told me I was when it said the choices were cat and dog. You reading that? I'm a very peaceful and intelligent bird. Bird. Bird wasn't even a choice. In fact, the only thing you can relate this to the original two choices is I'm cat food. That's what birds are. According to dog, I'm cat food. That's what they do. Was it dumb? I was so pissed I wanted to break my computer. You know, when you get that mad, you want to throw something at your TV. You know, you don't want to smash your computer because it's bullshit. I should have skipped over it, but I didn't. All right. Now I got a little story to tell you about this picture. I want you to see something here. So, was in a bathroom. I'm going to drink again because this is about my wife. And there was 2 hand soap things here. I don't know why they had 2 out there, but they did. So I just turned them facing each other. I had a sentimental moment. I'm a sentimental guy. And I was thinking of my wife. So I sent this to my wife, and I just said, if we were hand soap, this would be us. That's all I said. I just sent it like that. Now, can anyone guess what my wife's reply was? Do you think my wife chimed back and said, oh, honey, that is so sweet. I love you. Did my wife text me back and go, that is so wonderful that you thought of me? Did my wife text me and said, oh, honey, it's the little things like this that make our marriage work. Thank you for everything around you. Every little thing in your life, you think of me, you think of us and our love. All those would have been acceptable. You know what she wrote me? I sent her this picture and said, if we were hand soap, this would be us. She wrote back, whose bathroom are you in? She says, where are you? Whose bathroom are you in? I'm like, for God's sakes. I mean, chicks, man. Chicks. How do you fuck up a vibe like that? How do you do that? You already heard me say it. Chicks, man. That's one of the greatest philosophers of the 20th century, Iceman from Bodfish, who had a similar experience and looked at me across a bar one night and went, chicks, man. Chicks. What other explanation is there for that shit? That's just dumb. I tell you, to ruin my goddamn day. All right. Yeah, I want to talk about something that's kind of a conundrum for everybody, but let me go between the sheets first. All right. What do I got here? Whoa. My whole screen turned red. Hang on. Let me start a top run through here. Houdini, the podcast music is a little loud. Turn it fucking down. Houdini, you got a volume control on your end, right? If you're listening to it on your phone, the buttons on the side, turn the volume down. If you listen to your car, turn the knob down. The music in the beginning is a little loud. Maybe it's exciting. Maybe it's supposed to grab your attention. Maybe it's supposed to bring you in. Do you ever go to a Dodger game when they're playing all the music at the beginning? Do you ever walk up and go, excuse me, a little loud before the game, a little loud, trying to have a conversation? Can you turn that down a little bit? Can you? Thank you. Nobody does that shit, you fucking nerd. That's a little loud. That's why they gave you volume control. Turn the shit down. Fuck. I got to go through this. That's a little loud. All right. Marvelous Miranda. Tell the story of the song and the Mexican standoff. No, I'm not going to do that. Samuel Pancake just wrote, I'm guessing Ashley. Oh, for the $2 whore? No, the $2 whore is not Ashley. All right. Mr. Flibble. Okay, is it a bad thing to be the $2 whore? No. It's an honor. It's a privilege. It's something to be sought after. There's people waiting in line to be the $2 whore. This is absolutely true. Disney Kid, looks like Gen X mom. The $2 is the greatest woman in the jar. $2 whore, greatest woman in the jar. All right. If you guys, before I get down here anymore, let's everybody throw in like $1.50 or $2. I'll enlarge the jar to a huge size where we can see who the $2 whore is once and for all. Come on, let's just do it right now. When they start falling in there, we'll look at it. And while you're doing that, Lionheart says, it's my honor to be the only $1.55 whore. Yeah, Lionheart on staff here, senior staff member, he was the original $1.55 whore. That just didn't roll off the tongue. You couldn't put that on a t-shirt, but you can put $2 whore on a t-shirt And we have some vivid t-shirts for sale that say $2 whore. So you gotta, if you go check those out on the way, they're a lot of fun. All right, waiting for them to drop. Show me what's in there. Let me go back and keep reading. Boss Hog says the podcast rocks. I love it too. Thank you very much. Erosh, legendary staff and Gen X Nation. We do have some good staff members. Fight in English. I like that beautiful flag you have hung up behind you. Well, thank you very much. So do I. Kristen Hartman, when it comes to garages, it helps to be polite. As a single mom raised by a guy who engineered his own champion race car, I know how to let a shady mechanic know I'm not your average girl. Kristen, you are anything but an average girl around here. I promise you. All right, Kristen Dorvac, is there truth at the bottom? There seems to be. The more I drink, the more truth comes out. I'll even tell you guys the boob press story next. All right. Kristen Dorvac, is the truth at the bottom? Yes. Mrs. Forrest Glass, I'm pointing and seeing it. I didn't know why. Crocodile Dundee's hat. No, it was not Crocodile Dundee's hat. Are you kidding me? He had a great hat. No. It's like High Plains Drifter hat, man. You got to get with it here. The only other one I liked in that is a Raylan Givens hat from Justified. Yeah. My wife would just absolutely follow me around pulling at my butt. She'd want, yeah, if I had the Raylan Givens hat. True story. All right, so no $2 horse stuff falling just yet. Mrs. Fort Watton, General's Hat Fund, you need it in your business. She dropped in a C note. Mrs. Fort Watton turned my whole screen red with $100, a C note, for me to go get that hat. Honey, you're now on a mission. I am your High Plains drifter. Don't think I'm not. I'm going to explore you from your lush, mounding mountains down to the deep, lush valleys with that hat on. Nothing else. E. Ross tipped $1.99. Houdini, look at this. Look at, who is that? $5 through Super Chat, putting in peaches. You guys, can you tell who it is? You guys already know, don't you? Come on, you guys already know. Mrs. Fort Watton. She tipped $1.99. Look at that. If there was ever a busy, look at that. $2 whore after $2 whore after $2 whore. Is she naked in that? Wow. Well, she's not naked, but it's close. But she's not. Not allowed to put naked stuff up on YouTube. They'd pull the stream, but it's not. It's close. It's very close. But it's not. And don't get mad at me. This is a selfie that I got sent. Yes, it is Gen X mom. Yes, it is my wife. Yes, she is a $2 whore with that big smile of her. Look at that. Boy, you're just loading that up with a $2 whore tonight. Yes, it is Gen X mom. No, it is not a nude picture. It is close to being a topless picture. It is a selfie that she sent out to a website that I'm a member of, and because I pay $5 a month, I was able to get my own copy. She didn't send me that stuff. I gotta pay like the rest of you. But anyway, yes, I think Disney Kid was the first one to recognize her as a $2 whore. I will give you a firm handshake when I see you next time, and you know I'm going to see you because we're coming that direction. All right, what did I miss? 55. Tim Mitchell says $2 whore is Gen X mom. Tim got it right, but he got it right. Lionheart got it right, Gen X mom. But both Tim and Lionheart got it right after Disney Kid. Like by far. He nailed it. When the screen was this small, he just fucking knew. Boom, radar went off. He's like, I know who that is. And he did. Why? Because he's part of the same $5 website that I am. So he knew the picture was just shrunk. Okay, moving on. We had stuff to finish talking about here. Stupid story about my millennial daughter. When things go on sale for her because she's going to get married, and I really like the guy that she's getting married to, and so if I can do stuff for them, there's stuff that little went on sale, and you can spend a couple dollars. It was a Dutch oven. It was Le Cruet Dutch oven, and they had it like 90% off. So you got this $250 Dutch oven for like $12. So I got it, and so I is the red light on? Then what the fuck, man? So I buy her this, and I tell her, I said, hey, I got this thing for you. It's really nice. It's really expensive. I got it for on sale, but I have it here for you. Do you think she raced over and says, oh, Daddy, thank you, threw her arms around me and ran off with it? No. It's been 3 weeks sitting here in a box. I finally called her boyfriend and said, look, dude, when you come over to make the boat payment, I got this thing sitting here for 3 weeks. Your chick hasn't even come over. I told her about it. The joy of giving this to you is gone. Why not just, you buy it, you get it, you call, you want to do the exchange and get the hug and all in one emotion. And then days go by and now weeks go by. And I'm like, dude, so just come pick it up. He goes, don't worry about it. She does that kind of shit all the time. He says right now she has trash bags filled to the brim where she couldn't quite close the trunk of her car for Goodwill. He goes, they've been in there over 4 months. He goes, you already knew this. She's your daughter. I went, yeah, you're right. True story. Yes, Gen X mom.
High Plains hat, bought, it's on its way.
You got me the High Plains Drifter hat? You did. Oh my God.
It's on its way.
Harem girls?
You're welcome.
Harem ladies? Gen X Dad, the General's Harem, Gen X Dad's Harem. It's a real club. We even have t-shirts. There's black ones and pink ones, and pink with black and black with pink. No, it's true. If you're a harem girl and you're in the harem girl chat, there's a chat room in Discord. As soon as they get that hat, oh yeah, I'm going to give you some voice recordings and that hat. Yes, I am. Hat's on its way. High Plains Drifter, Mrs. 4, she's your madam, and then there's a harem underneath her. But it's coming, and you're going to have her to thank. All right. Now I feel like it's Christmas time. Now I feel like someone got me. You know what? I'm not going to wait 3 weeks or 4 months. As soon as I get the hat, I'm going to enjoy the hat right that minute. I'm not just going to sit like my daughter does. No. I'm going to be right on that shit. I tell you, chicks, man, chicks. All right. So all right. I'm going to tell you 2 stories, and then we're heading into the home stretch. So you guys like stories about Vegas. You guys like stories about Gen X Mom and I. I told you was it $900 I had in my pocket, and I was drunk that night, and I lost all my money, $20 at a time, with girls flashing boobs, $20 until I was broke. And I was mad the next morning when I woke up because I don't remember any of it. I was drinking heavily. I remember some of it. And then my wife, I'm like, did you let that happen? And she's like, I got $300 other dollars. I was like, what the fuck, really? So there was another one that I have no memory of. And apparently I did this twice where I was like, okay, I'm not going to show up at barbecues anymore with any money in my pocket. I ain't doing it. So one of the barbecues, this is summers ago, that I showed up at, I guess that they knew my wife had told everybody I had $400 in my pocket. And I didn't tell anybody. I wasn't doing anything, just having a good time, drinking, listening to music. Everybody's going around. And apparently, because I don't remember this at all. Apparently, my wife and some other girl touched boobs for like 10 seconds, and I lost my $400. I don't have a picture. I don't got a memory. I guess I was the only one there. Don't even know. Lost $400. True story, because everyone told me. They're like, dude, you got the $400. They got this. They did the thing. They weren't there. I was the only one there. I guess they could have faked the whole thing. I wouldn't even know. But I don't think I would have given them the $400, even in my drunken stupor. But I don't remember it, and there's no pictures. So for all I know, it didn't happen. Anyway, so here's another story about in Vegas. So I used to play blackjack a lot. Now I play roulette, but I used to play blackjack a lot. And I would go all night. I would take $20 and I'd build it up to $300 or $400. And that was just my thing. I just would, be smart, play easy, have a few drinks, talk with everybody at the table. And I think I told this story about 2 years ago, so maybe some of you might remember it. Anyway, so, and my wife, she come over my shoulder because we don't gamble at all. Like, she'll spend $50 and she's done. She doesn't like gambling. She doesn't like spending our money, but she has no problem spending my winnings at all. No problem spending my winnings whatsoever. So she comes up to me and she sees that I got chips and she just grabs my chips. I was like, you can't do that. Don't ever lean over a table and she goes, well, I'm just taking it. I got a little mad. So she come back in a little while. Now, this time, I see her coming, and so I'm kind of sitting there getting ready guarding my chips because she took me all the way back down to like $40. I had to build it back up to $300 or $400 again. So I'm sitting there, I'm just playing, and she wants the money. So she comes up behind me, she rubs my shoulders, she puts her arms around me, she starts breathing hot air into my ear, she's biting my ear, she's telling me all these provocative sexual things, and then she says, "Can I have your chips?" And I'm like, "Oh, give me chips." So I give her a big old stack of chips. Much better reaction from me. Would you not agree? Okay. So that was the second time she came to get the chips. A while later, she comes back again, And, and this time she's doing the same thing. She's being a little bit more forward with me because she's been drinking. And she doesn't drink like this anymore. But back then, we go to Vegas, she'd have some drinks. So she's drinking like mimosas and, what's the one she drinks? Some I don't even remember what it was. She'd drink these things. Oh, Cosmopolitan was her other drink. She's a big Cosmopolitan drinker. So this time she comes back. This is the third time. She does the same approach. She comes up behind me. She's rubbing me. She's just, very sexual now in my ear, saying all this direct stuff. And she ends it with, can I have your chips? Can I have some chips? And I'm like, all right, like this. All right. So that's the third time she's come by. First time wasn't so fun. I was kind of upset. Second time was pretty exciting. Third time, I wanted to quit playing and go back to the room. She takes the chips and she leaves. This time she's gone for a while. And as you know, a lot of rooms are set up with many poker tables, or poker tables, blackjack tables. So I'm sitting in one, and there's I think there was one blackjack table to my right, and there was three or four to the left, and there was more tables doing more stuff. And then the place is busy, and time had gone by, and I just happened to look over to my left, 2 tables away. I see my wife walk up behind this guy who's he's a big guy like me, had a beard, same color shirt, and I'm watching like this. She walks up behind that guy, puts her arms over him, starts whispering in his ear, and I'm like, the fuck is she doing? And I see this guy get all like this, and then he grabs his chips and hands them to her. And as soon as he turns around, she goes, whoa! She realized she had just propositioned some stranger. Why? Because she was drinking. Because she just came up behind the big guy with the beard and the shirt on and just started reaching over and touching and grabbing and talking right in his ear. And she'd been drinking. And now she's looking around in a panic because she thinks she's at the right table. And I left. She thought for sure. She's like, wait. And then I let it go for a minute. I probably let it go longer because the guy turns around and goes, no. Here's the chips. Here's the payment in full. I'm with you. Let's go. And she's like, no. I thought you were my husband. And she said, so finally I let her off the hook and I yelled her name, and she turns and sprints towards me yelling to the guy, "This my husband's down here. I found him. I found my husband. I'm so sorry." The whole table that I was at knew what had happened because she'd done this, 2 times before, 3 times getting chipped, but 2 times. And they knew when she came running and I yelled at her, they knew that she was screaming that she found her husband, that she'd done something dumb at the other end. I think I was the only one that saw what she did, though. True story, happened in Vegas. She wanted to go home. She's like, I can't believe I did that. I said, well, did you give him your room number? No, I didn't give my room number. Of course I didn't give my room number. I said, well, there's a lot of chips he had. They had more chips than I did. Oh, anyway, so there you go. Let me jump back between the sheets and see what I'm missing. All right. Boy, some of these, I think, we got this Two Bear, $1.09 to the OG. Two Bear's in here. You guys see Two Bear. Make sure you say hello. Former staff member, always in our heart. He's on secret assignment across the oceans right now, but you guys are going to see him down in Long Beach in a couple weeks. E. Ross, $1.09 for the $2 whore. Houdini, $5. LOL. I knew you get a rise out of it with that comment. Yeah, you did. You knew you get me going on that shit. Insurmountable Cali Cat. Contact Gen X Mom for your face here next. Yeah. You just got to email genxmom@genxtalks.com with a picture of yourself, and then we can turn you into the $2 whore with your permission. Kalosh, $2 to the whores. Mrs. 4 White, I'm trying to check it out too. Adversarial Self, $1, trying to figure out who the whore is. Mr. Flibble, oh shit. Could you imagine him in that hat doing his deep voice? First thing I'm gonna do. Shane Bryant, my dad bought me a replica of Val Kilmer's hat from Tombstone from the guy that made the hats for the movie. That would be cool also. I'm a very big Tombstone fan. Boss Hogs, need you to wear it once on the show, General. I might just do that. Heavy Hard Drive, great. The General got the hat. OnlyFans channel, here we come. It's what I'm saying, man. Who wouldn't want to see a big 400-pound guy in a hat on an OnlyFans channel? I could say, I'm going to take all my clothes off right now unless you pay me. If you pay me, I'll remain dressed. I will remain clothed. Is there such thing as a reverse OnlyFans page? Mrs. 4 Watt, turn my whole screen orange, $20. You'll be the most handsome stranger in the desert. I might be. I just might be. You never know. Big Girl needs chaps now. Kevin Grimes. Big Earl needs chaps. You know, that was a mistake telling you that story that night. I was drunk and I thought you guys asked a different question and I answered it about Big Earl, and then everyone was going, dude, that's not what we were talking about. God, I felt stupid about that. Chris Wilson, $2, gaming industry, 30 years. It's called the wife factor. Yes, it is. And they do what they want. Marvelous Miss Miranda, did she keep the chips? No, she gave the chips back. She didn't take the chips from the guy. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, buying my plane ticket tomorrow. See you all at the barbecue. Disney Mama Sammy Joe going to be here. Been around a long time. Is she a staff member? Is she a junior staff member? What is she called? Temporary. She's an intern. I don't know what it is, but she's part of the group. She's part of the fan. She's been around a long time. Sammy Joe, we love Sammy Joe. Anyway, all right. So what was I saying? I told my stories. I did my thing. Let me pour one more glass. I'm all alone in the studio. My wife left. She probably went to find some guy with more blackjack chips than me. That's probably the way it goes. So I'm going to get out of here, you guys. We did 90 minutes. We did an hour and a half. We're not pushing ourselves doing those 3-hour shows anymore. But it went by really fast. I had more pictures and more things to say. I can't get to everything. Discord is where we go next. If somebody can put up the Discord link, that's where all of us hang out between shows. It's free. It's just chat rooms. You just go in there and talk. There's video chat rooms. There's just audio chat rooms. Then there's just chat rooms where you talk. You just type and then no nothing. There's all sorts of stuff, but it's all free. It's a Gen X Talk server. It's easy to get to, and you just log in, sign up, and log in, and go do your thing, man. And that's where everybody hangs out between shows. All like-minded people, just like you. There's 2,000 or 3,000 people on there. Sometimes there's 10 people in there hanging out. Sometimes there's 100. You just never know what time of day. Make some friends and go see what's going on. This is to you guys for listening and tolerating Gen X Talks live stream once again. Bottom of the Glass Nation on Tuesday, August 8th. This one is to all you guys. Raise a glass. Don't make me drink alone. I'll drink alone, but I don't like it. Thank you guys for wasting an hour and a half with us. If you had to waste an hour of your night, what better place to waste it than with Gen X Talks? And wherever you're listening from around the world, we love you guys. We wouldn't be anything without you guys taking time to step in and be part of our family and letting us be part of yours. So from everyone here at Gen X Talks, wherever you're listening from, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps on the Armed Service Radio Network, wherever you go, well, there you are. And remember one last thing. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I said it.